my name is Shamika Smith, and I serve as the Executive Director and founder of the Brotherhood of Excellence Academy. We are on a mission of ending fatherless generations by preparing males for empowerment, entrepreneurship, enrollment, enlistment, and employment. Again, we want to welcome you to our broadcast, Teaching Boys and Raising Sons. I am so excited for our guest on today. It is Pastor Harold Drumright. So I'm going to join him to our broadcast. Welcome, Pastor Drumright.
Well, good evening, Shamika. Good evening. Certainly here.
Excellent. So before we get started, I'm going to have you tell our audience a little bit about yourself, and then we'll go into the conversation. Okay?
Well, yes. I guess I have always had a passion for young men. I worked with Acrid Youth, managing level 3 group homes for 23 years, working in the mental health field. I have also volunteered as a volunteer minister in a maximum security prison doing Bible study for 8 years. In addition to that, for the last 8 years, I've been pastoring a church in Roxborough, North Carolina called Embrace Christian Center, where, my heart desires impact the community with biblical solution to promote personal success in their life. So that's a little bit about me.
I love it. Well, let me ask another question, kind of along the lines of that play. How do men, in your opinion, how do you create an environment where the male feels safe to actually create playing, if you will?
Well, one of the things I've noticed in my life is, and for those who know me, I love fishing. Fishing is my thing. And if you're looking at TikTok, you got to look at the fishing preacher. I had to put that plug in there. But anyway, you got to have an environment or outing that you love to do. And in that, what that opens up for others, it gives them an opportunity to experience what you like, what you love, your passion. So people can connect with you on that level. It's certain things that you like to do that you will just dive into and learn and master it. So now you can teach someone else how to enjoy it as well.
I love that. I love that. Let's take it a step further. So, as we're looking at this concept of men or boys actually transitioning to manhood,
Mhm.
what are some things that boys or young men
Mhm.
need to do or should do to prepare to actually lead in their homes?
Well, before I give you the points, you have to have a foundation. It all goes back to the Word of God being your foundation. But it starts with the parents. And being a person that worked in mental health for 23 years, I saw a lot of kids that come through or in the system that didn't have that parental foundation, that didn't have the loving home, the security blanket of a mother and father. So consequently, they had to learn from the streets, from other peers, which is always a tragedy because they can't teach you how to be a child when they're a child themselves. They can't teach you how to be an adult when they're a child themselves. So I believe outside of the parental structure and guidance, number one, you have to trust the Lord. You have to, because if you're not trusting in the Lord, the Word of God in itself will give you the foundation and the nurturing you need to grow and to be a successful and awesome man. But a lot of times as children, we look for examples, and most of those examples are our parents. But when the parents or the parental support is not there, who you gonna look to? That's when you have to look directly to the Word of God.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask this because I know you have some other points you want to share on that.
Mhm.
Um, what if an individual doesn't know a lot about the trusting of the Lord? How would you advise them?
Well, what's important is for someone to take the time to invest in that child. And I'll give you an example. I had a young man by the name of Jamel, and I won't say his last name. I met this youth at a basketball facility when he was like 13 or 14 years old. And I noticed every evening, everybody was going home when the gym closed, and he wasn't. And one day I decided to ask him, hey, man, let me give you a ride home. It's late. And he said, I don't have anywhere to go. That's why I stay at the gym and shoot basketball till it closed. And he just crashed over a friend's house. He was a ward of the state. They had released him as an adult, I believe, at 14 years old, because he kept running away from group homes and stuff, and he wouldn't stay in an environment. And so I took him home with me that night, and I talked to him, and I said, "Listen, man, we got to get you back on track because, hey, the route you're going is not going to be good." And to make a long story short, I invested in him. So that's what we got to do as individuals that's, had families, that had good family structure. We got to invest in someone who don't always have that. And to make a long story short, this kid was a dropout, got his GED, and went to college, living with me.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
So we, the strong, have to go back and invest into another youth.
I love that. My name is Shamika Smith, and I serve as the Executive Director and Founder of the Brotherhood of Excellence Academy. And I have invited our board members to come and share with you why they choose to be a board member. So this is Sharon Thomas, and she serves as our board chair. Now, let me tell you, she has been here since 2018 when we first met in August of 2018. I was actually at a hotel, and I was like, okay, we're going to do this. And so I've asked my board members to each share why they've chosen to be a board member with the Brotherhood of Excellence Academy. Tell us about it, Sharon.
Thank you, Shamika. So I am a board member of the Brotherhood of Excellence Academy because I believe in the vision. I believe in the vision of seeing every male discover and fulfill their authentic destiny. There's something about that word authentic that hits me in the gut, and discovering the place they belong. I'm all in when it comes down to intentionally finding that out authentically. So I believe this organization is also an answer to prayers that were prayed concerning the end of fatherless generations. And I loved that, especially when you shared with me initially why you were birthing this organization. And so God raised you up, Shamika, the founder, and you gave birth to this organization that provides an answer for our young men and their legacies, what's to come after them. So I wholeheartedly loved it. And I was like, I'm in.
Thank you, Sharon, so much for sharing. Hello, my name is Shamika Smith, and I hope that you have had the opportunity to enjoy our broadcast. I hope that you've walked away with nuggets of wisdom, leadership components, and things that you could implement, whether it be in your family or whether it be in your learning environment or your teaching environment or whatever the case may be. Our hope and our prayers that you walked away with something that is very tangible that you can use immediately. If you have enjoyed this broadcast, take a moment and share it with others so that we can continue to spread the word of how we are utilizing the component of empowerment through our broadcast, teaching boys and raising sons, so that others can be empowered as we all walk in this thing called life together. Also, if you are looking to donate to an organization, please consider us. We are a 501c3 organization, and so all donations are tax deductible. Once again, if you are looking for an opportunity to give in order for us to continue this broadcast, visit our website, also listed below, but also take a moment to just donate or share or let individuals know of the great work that we're doing under our broadcast, Teaching Boys and Raising Sons. We again are so honored and privileged that you have taken time out of your day. We know we are all busy. And we are so excited that you have taken time out of your day to come and learn a leadership nugget, a word of wisdom, or something that we hope that will encourage you on your journey. Once again, I am Shamika Smith. I serve as the Executive Director and founder of the Brotherhood of Excellence Academy. Again, visit our website located at the bottom of your screen, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.